have to learn how to talk. How to talk in a manner that is impressive. There are different ways to describe Gandhi. Use your creativity. How you can describe Gandhi. Fine. So when we will meet for the chat, tell me if you have to describe Gandhi, how will you describe? Fine. Now, I am leaving this question. Who gave the best description of Gandhi? Tell me during the chat session. Okay. Now, Plato described Socrates as the wisest man on this earth. Okay. In fact, there was a person whose name was Oracle. In ancient Greece, Oracle of Delphi. Oracle was a name. Delphi is a sort of a place or a temple. And somebody asked him, who is the wisest man? And Oracle of Delphi wrote that Socrates is the wisest man. Sorry, Oracle of Delphi tells that Socrates is the wisest man. Now my second question to you all is, do you understand? Do you understand the meaning of wisdom? So tomorrow or in the talk, in the chat session, all of you give your own answer in one line. Do you have this capacity to describe? Either today, you can take time, tomorrow also. Do you have the capacity to describe what is wisdom? Okay. Now, my another question to all of you is, do you think you are a wise person? What is your opinion about yourself? Fine. Suppose you have gone in an interview board and the board asked this question to you. What is your opinion about yourself? And board says, choose between wise and ignorant or fool. What will you choose? Today I asked you 4 or 5 questions. If you are asked to describe Gandhi, how will you describe him? If possible, describe in a word or in a sentence. Again, if I ask you, are you a wise man or a foolish man? What will be your answer? And if you say you are a wise man, you should be able to tell what is the meaning of wisdom. In your ethics paper, there can be a question, what is the meaning of wisdom? Okay? So let us see what is your answer tomorrow. Okay. So now come back to the where I have started. I gave you an introduction, Plato as a father of political philosophy. Now to know what is philosophy, I have to understand the origin of philosophy. So who is the originator of philosophy? Socrates is the originator of philosophy. And how Socrates described philosophy. Fine. So how Socrates how Socrates described philosophy. Socrates described philosophy as the search for the truth. Search for the truth, or truth means search for the reality. Search for truth or a search for reality. So from now onwards, what will be your definition of philosophy? Your definition of philosophy will be the same which is given by the father of philosophy, and that definition is the search for truth. Truth means what? Truth means reality. Okay. Truth means reality. So you must be knowing about Buddha. You must be knowing about Buddha. Fine. Buddha is known as the light of Asia, and Buddha also went in search of the truth. Fine. So, what is the common thing between Buddha and Socrates? If I say both of them were intellectuals, will you agree? If I say both of them were philosophers, will you agree? In fact, Buddha can be considered as the greatest philosopher, the greatest intellectual, not only from India, but in Asia. What is the status of Buddha in Asia is similar is the status of Socrates in the West. Fine. In fact, Buddha basically means the intellectual and the philosopher, and Buddha went in the search for truth, or Buddha got knowledge, Buddha got Gyan, Buddha got the knowledge for truth in Sarnath. Fine. Almost contemporary. Fine. Buddha and Socrates. One belonged to ancient India, other belonged to ancient Greece, and Socrates is known as the wisest man. Similarly, Buddha is known as Buddha, the master of intellectuals, the enlightened, the light of Asia. Fine. So we will come to Buddha in Indian philosophy. The only thing is I want you to understand Socrates. So how Socrates described philosophy, the search for truth. So Buddha has also given 3 noble truths. Buddha has also given 8-fold path. So in your ethics paper, you will be studying about both the Buddha as well as Socrates. Fine. So search for truth or reality. Search for truth or reality means quest for truth or knowledge? Or knowledge. Fine. So when I asked this question, who was Socrates? The answer to this question is as suggested by Plato, and Plato held that Socrates is the wisest man. Actually, this is what you can say, that this is like more related to one person, Oracle of Delphi. Okay, and then I will tell you the story of wisest man and all. Fine. So, how Socrates initiated philosophy? Fine. How we have to now understand the origin of philosophy. Origin of philosophy. Origin of philosophy. So philosophy is what? Philosophy is the search for truth. Search for reality. Search for knowledge. This point has to be clear. Search for truth, reality, and knowledge. Okay? Now the question is, how it all began. So let us understand how the search of philosophy began. Fine? How the search for philosophy began. What is there in humans that they search for philosophy? Search began. So search for philosophy means search for knowledge, or the search for truth began. Fine. The search for knowledge or the search for truth lies in element of human nature. So I am going slowly because this is not the main text. This is just a background information. If I will repeat it again, dictate, it will take a lot of time. So I am going slowly. You can write this. The purpose of this discussion is only understanding. So how the search for philosophy began. Fine. So the search for philosophy means, what is philosophy? The study of truth. Fine. And how the search for truth and the search for knowledge or the search for reality started. Fine. It all started in the element of human nature. Can you guess what is the element of human nature? What is there in humans which led to the search for truth? Do you think that animals search for truth? Plants search for truth. Animals search for truth. The human life and the animal life, what is the basic difference? Can you guess what is the basic difference in animals and humans? What is the basic difference? What is coming to your mind? What differentiate? The basic difference is the amount of reason. Reason and passions. In Hindi, we call it as Vivek. Passion is desire or Trishna or Ichha. So, the basic difference is that in humans, reason is in greater proportion than animals. Fine? So it is the reason in man. And it is this element in human nature. This is the difference is reason. Now, this is the element in human nature which leads to intellectual curiosity. It is very natural for humans to have this feeling, intellectual curiosity. So when we see the things around us, for example, when we see the plants, when we see the planets, this question always comes into mind. Who has created it? Who is the creator? How all these things have come into existence? So it is the intellectual curiosity. So where is the origin of philosophy? The origin of philosophy is in the intellectual curiosity. Okay? And intellectual curiosity can be satisfied only by the application of reason. Intellectual curiosity can be satisfied only by the application of reason. Okay? Fine. So now, let us go back to the ancient Greece. Fine. And there has been a big difference in the East and the West. Okay? Let us go back to the ancient times. East and West. Fine. Whether it is East or it is West, everywhere there has been an intellectual curiosity. Fine. People want to know who has created universe. What is the ultimate reality? These questions came in East also, as well as in the West. Fine. However, predominantly, with the rare exception of Buddha, in the East, people found answers in religion. Fine. So, in India, if you see who has created the universe, the answer is Brahma. Who takes care of everybody? The answer is Vishnu. Who destroys? The answer is Shiv. Fine. So in East, the quest for knowledge took the people towards religion. Fine. And not only in India, even in West Asia, we see people finding solutions in the religion. Fine. In the religion, we have lot of literature is there. You have Purans. If in Islam there is a Quran, here is a Quran. You have Purans, you have epics. In Qurans, epics, what you study? What do you study? You know about the stories. Stories, whether you see Purans or you see Bible, whichever religion you want to take, there are stories. Stories can be called as myths. Fine. So, in the West, the intellectual curiosity was limited, and in order to satisfy their intellectual curiosity, people went in the domain of religion, and religion has created the myths. Myths means what? Myth is what?